Welcome to another episode of Uncompetent and Inqualified. Nothing like a tongue twister to start the day. I'm Joey, and this is Will, as you all know.
How we doing?
Another day. I got my CT scan. I think I told you last week that my kidneys were hurting, so they were going to do a CT scan. I think I told you all the blood work, urine sample, everything came back good. And so they thought it might be kidney stones. Well, I got an email yesterday. Everything's good. No kidney stones. I just have arthritis of the spine and 2 hernias in my groin, along with my hernia in my stomach. So that's a good trade.
Something
no
like
kidney stones, but
a hernia. Or wait. Arthritis of the spine.
Yeah, so it sounds like it's not as bad as it sounds. I don't know.
I don't know. It sounds pretty bad, and it sounds like it's just as bad as it sounds because it's a very self-explanatory thing.
It sounds like a degenerative condition, but it also can be contributed by weight or poor posture. I think they want me to start doing crunches to strengthen up my core. Now, this is, again, I went Dr. Google because obviously I didn't have an appointment last night when I got the email. So I had pretty much taught myself all about it.
So you already gave yourself the answers. You're just I just need to do some crunches and that should fix things.
Right. There's 3 different types. There's it could be hereditary, like I say, poor posture, or it can be weight related. And so, and then it can go away with physical therapy, or it can get worse because it's, like I say, it could be degenerative. And, so I just assume that my back is failing and I'll be hunched over in about 2-3 weeks. That's kind of what I came up with after, being on Google all night. So, yeah.
So I guess that's just how it is, man. It's just you gotta accept it. Is that kind of what you got from it? This is your future?
Yeah. Most people would go for a follow-up with their doctor and actually get doctor's advice, but I'm pretty sure I went down every avenue I could think of last night. So
yeah, I mean, we don't really need, just ask ChatGPT or AI can give you all the diagnose,
100%.
I don't see it. We got all these doctors, they went to 8 years of college, and then they do, internships, residency, all that a bit. That's great. Yeah. But come on, AI, WebMD. Yeah. So probably whatever your doctor says, I'd probably just ignore and just trust your Google searches, man.
And actually, I'm thinking of just dropping my doctor altogether and just Googling every pain that I have.
Yeah.
So, yeah,
Yeah, and maybe some healing crystals I hear are pretty good for a lot of syndromes. Maybe just change, there's probably just some herbs and stuff you could take that would correct a lot of that stuff. Between the crystals and resetting your chakra and some herbs, I think you're pretty good, man. Screw all that PhD doctorate mumbo jumbo, right?
Yeah. I'm actually thinking let's try to make me into Wolverine.
Okay. Yeah.
I've got carpal tunnel. My wrists are going to shit. My shoulders, those are shot. Now my back shot. These hernias, whatever, I guess, I don't know, who needs fixing when you can just be made out of metal,
honestly, this is probably one of the best ideas I've heard from you recently, and maybe I could help you. Maybe that could be a podcast project, to where I don't have, what was Wolverine, was adamantium or something ridiculous like that. I don't have any of that, but I think I got some, I probably have a little copper maybe in my garage. I think I have some old, some cast, maybe some chunks of cast or some old plumbing in my garage that maybe I could just start cutting some bones out of you and just replacing them with kind of different stuff I have in my garage and we could just see what kind of works.
Yeah, that sounds a little more sadistic than what I was thinking. Like, I was thinking, talking to my doctor,
okay.
you know, about, like, titanium, and then he's like, oh, yeah, titanium shoulder replacements, and I'm like, no, titanium body replacement.
Yeah, I don't think the insurance is going to sign off for that. That's the problem. I'm just saying, like...
do you think they would replace, like, you know, down there with the titanium rod, or...
So the way
as well, right?
the way insurance works in this country is they're not going to want to do anything expensive, and that's why I'm trying to help you out here. Is that maybe I can step in, and maybe some people in our industry can step in at a lot lower price point. Maybe not quite the quality metals that they have.
Lead, you know, lead's like really soft, so like I just all of my lead bones would just like bend and like I'd be up.
Now you're on the right track, and it's cheap too, right? Like we could probably get some,
cheap. Nobody wants lead. Yeah,
no,
I mean, I'll take lead.
Yeah, we can melt down a little lead and maybe
like I'd even get the spikes like Wolverine has, but then like when I stab something, they just bend over, like they don't even like penetrate, you know?
Or maybe they break off in the person and give them lead poisoning. Like maybe it's more of a long con kind of attack skill, right? Like you don't take them out right away, but maybe over the course of 20 years they die of lead poisoning. Like
I like it.
Yeah, it's pretty evil.
Yeah.
So I'm on board.
Other than that, no, I booked my flight. I'm going to
Vegas.
So that's nice. I booked the room, I think, last time we were on, but I hadn't booked the flight yet, so I booked that. You know, there is one thing with planes that I'm terrified of, and I don't think, you know, we talked about this. We talked about, you asked me, like, why do I drive everywhere instead of fly? And
yeah, I remember.
So I did book a flight. I hope that shocks you. And I will tell you, though, I do have one phobia. And it is like the worst phobia ever when you're flying. Some might think that it's like a plane that you're on goes crashing down to the earth or water. No, don't really care. Some might think it's a child sitting next to you, screaming the whole time. No, for a big guy like me, it actually gives me more room. My biggest fear is the girl who ate the blueberry on Willy Wonka comes rolling down the aisle with the Oompa Loompas pushing her, stops after 4 rotations at my seat and says, "This is me."
Yeah.
And you have 2 big people fighting it out for space, for the armrest, and for the majority of that seat.
That sounds like an absolutely normal fear that probably anyone has, right?
I don't know.
Scarlet was her name, wasn't it? God, did I just make that up? I feel like Scarlet was the Blueberry Girl's name. Or maybe I don't know. There was definitely a Scarlet there. But
that terrifies me. Like when I'm watching the people come on the aisle, because like we've talked about, like I've been in decent shape. I've been overweight. I've been whatever. Like I've been all over the place. Even when I was in like decent shape, but like you know that shape where you're like you feel okay. You feel like people aren't looking at me calling me fat, but then you get on the plane and the seatbelt just barely reaches. And that's another thing. What's up with the seatbelts being for a fucking toddler? Like you stretch it all the way out and you're like, oh, like this is not made for like a 250-pound guy.
Yeah.
Like, this is made for a fucking 175-pound guy dripping wet. Like, what are we doing here? And so, then you got to ask for an extension. Like, just make the fucking seatbelts longer. Like, what are we doing? Why would we have an extension? Did you ever get into your old station wagon with your parents and go, oh, Dad, can I have the extension? My seatbelt doesn't quite go over my lap.
Yeah, so I think the point of that is just exactly how it explains, right? Like, okay, here's the airline's perspective, right? Like, yeah, if people need extensions, they could all just make them longer, right? But airlines, they don't want to pay for the fuel to haul around, all those heavier people. So they're just like, okay, we got a shame factor. I'm just saying, like they got a shame factor built in. Like, hey, why would? Yeah, they're like, hey, instead of just like making our seatbelts longer, let's shame the people that can't fit in them, and then maybe they'll lose weight, and we won't have to factor their fuel costs in.
Yeah, it's pretty remarkable. Like, I mean, like when you think about it, like it is so easy just to have seatbelts that fit everybody. And if you don't fit the fucking seat and you have to buy 2 seats, then it is what it is.
Yeah.
But to make people and so any of you skinny motherfuckers out there that are like, oh, he's whatever. Okay, so first of all, those seatbelts don't even fit. Like, okay, so I've been all the way down to 200. 200, I think it fits pretty good. I'd say the majority of my life, I range from like 240 to 260. I will tell you right now that 240 to 260, that belt is fully extended. And there ain't no tightening it up. You're squeezing it on, and that's it. And that's like, I feel like that's like it's still considered obese, but it's not by any means like
morbidly obese. Yeah.
And so to tell a normal guy, and I can tell you from a guy who's been like 240 to 260 the majority of his life, that I usually sit in the seat. I fit in the seat just fine. Now, am I touching the armrest a little bit because they're 17 inches wide? Yeah, it's a tight fit, but it's not like I'm not like over into the next seat. And the seatbelts still like barely fit, if they do fit at all. Like, I'm just saying, like, it's pretty crazy. Like the way that the airlines could get away with shaming you. And you're right. I mean, yeah, it's extra fuel, it's extra weight. So make them. If you're over 250, make them pay an extra, whatever on their ticket. Like, don't make a spectacle out of it when they're sitting in an airplane with, 200 to 300 people watching you. Like, oh, my seatbelt doesn't fit. Oh, you need an extension. Here you go, fat ass. Like, I don't know. I'm just saying, like, it's pretty bullshit. Like how they can like you said, they can shame you. Like, there's one thing that still exists. Like, we talk about like racism and prejudice and everything, like everybody being happy and not like putting people down. But I feel like weight is the one thing that still, like, whether you go to like a comedy club or you go anywhere, is one of those things that's still like not off limits. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Sure.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Just a thought. But the whole airline thing just got me thinking about that the other day. Like, it's just funny. Like, there's certain stuff nowadays, whether it's a disability or a race, there's like certain things you cannot say, but you can still go up and call somebody a fat ass or like I say, shame them in front of everybody. Like, it's crazy. It's just crazy what they can get away with. But anyways, there's also skinny guys that would call me an idiot and tell me to lose weight, and that's fine, but there are situations. Now, I'm not one of them. But there are situations where, like, people have, like, thyroid problems or metabolism problems where it's really hard for them to lose weight, or maybe almost, I don't want to say impossible, but it'd be really strict diet and exercise for them to lose weight. Like, there are people with issues, you know what I mean?
No, I mean, it's 2026, man. You just got to get on the Ozempic, man. The Zepbound. You got no excuse, man. Like, I'm sorry, but yeah, if you're overweight, they got Zepbound, they got Ozempic, they got Mounjaro, which I know some of these are the same product. So did you know, like, they have multiple products? Like, so I think Zepbound and Mounjaro, like, they're literally the same thing, but one is marketed towards diabetes and one is marketed towards weight loss, which is fun. It's just funny. Like, you can't sell one product to be like, yeah, this treats diabetes and weight loss. No, there's got to be literally the exact same compound, same ingredient, like same dosing, but they're like, no, this one treats diabetes and this one treats weight loss. But I just think it's fun. But no, yeah, like, that's how everybody is now. Like, everybody's just like, fuck, just get on the GLPs, man.
Yeah.
Join the railroad.
if you guys see me on like episode like 30 for us,
oh, can't wait.
Like 200 pounds, I'm like,
yeah,
and I got Ozempic face, then you know that I've turned to Ozempic.
Like, just make sure you don't give it any credit. Just be like, nope, this was just this is all me. Like I just did the right thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm with you, brother.
That's my goal. That's my goal by August. Like I said, I'm already down about 50 something pounds. So you gotta get down another 50 pounds. And
if only you knew a person that maybe was into that kind of stuff that could give you some advice that you listen to.
Well, okay. For me, it's easy, right? I mean, like here's the thing: when you're big and you want to lose weight, like literally just count your fucking calories. Like it's that easy. Like
sure,
you got. If your body at let's say with my height, my body weight, I don't know, it's supposed to be at like 180, maybe something like that, 190. Anyways, that's what your 2,000 calorie diet is, and people don't realize that. That 2,000 calorie diet is on a regular day, is what it would take for you to maintain that weight. Mm-hmm. So if I'm 300 pounds or 350 pounds or whatever, I'm like 2 to 3 times what I'm supposed to be. Like I could honestly probably eat like 3,500 to 4,000 calories and probably maintain, probably even actually lose some weight.
Yeah.
So like right now I'm right around like 2,000 to 2,200 depending on which day. Yeah. That's my calorie intake for a day, and you will lose weight 100% of the time if you're overweight. Like,
yeah.
And I'm not talking like 10 pounds overweight. You're probably gonna have to be a little stricter than that. Probably be like 1,800 to 1,900.
Yeah.
But it's kind of funny to me is a lot of people like they get into all these like rituals now, like what you're doing, like bodybuilding. Like that's over my head. I mean, you know exactly what you need for proteins and whey. But like for me, strictly like I don't want any muscle mass because that's just gonna gain weight. Right now, I just want to get my weight down. It's just calories. It's just simple math. Like,
well, what I'll say is like the 101 version of it, like the basic version of it is like you said. I think it's just tracking, right? It's just being consistent. And what I always tell people when they're looking, especially if they're overweight, they're looking to lose weight. Like everybody wants to go from 50 pounds overweight to a healthy weight in a month, right? And that's not how it works. Again, that's not how it should work, right? Like your body, your body wants to maintain a certain thing. Like your body like feels comfortable at a certain thing, and sometimes you got to fight it a little bit. But like when you're trying to lose weight, your body's always going to fight against you, and if you're trying to gain weight, your body's always going to try to fight against you as well, and you got to keep that stuff in mind. So it's just a slow process, and you have to be prepared for that. But like you said, like the biggest thing is just to find that consistent number. Like I don't care if you're 300 pounds or 400 pounds. Like it's just a matter of time. So whether if you're 400 pounds and you're losing 200 pounds or 2 pounds a week, that's fine. But you have to be consistent with it. And it's going to take a long ass time. And that's fine. And that's great. But it's like people just need to be more patient. People need to understand that it's a process and I think that process of like going from maybe obesity to a normal body weight, I think that's how you gain something from that. You gain a knowledge of what you need to do to be at that. It's not like, and when people go into things with like, hey, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do a crash. Like I'm going to eat celery and carrots and some cottage cheese every meal for 3 months. And I'm going to lose 50 pounds. And then what? But then what, right? Mm-hmm. Like, are you going to keep eating carrots, celery, and cottage cheese for the rest of your life? No. Like it's just
which you've seen me with my crash like diets. And
I have, No, I remember. I remember you eating. But not to throw you under the bus, but since we're talking about, I remember you eating like some carrots. maybe this was based on you. Some carrots and like some celery and like a yogurt. And I remember just being like it's just not sustainable.
Yeah, and so like what I'm on now is more like when I was running a lot, when I needed the calories.
Yeah.
But I took out like obviously the larger portions like when I was
Yeah.
and that's another thing
Yes.
people got to realize is when you're exercising on top of losing weight, if you're giving yourself 2,000 calories, like you're burning most of that when you're working out. Like you need, like when I was running 6 miles a day, I could eat whatever I wanted in a day, and I'm not saying that's a good thing, but I'm just saying you can eat as many calories as you want. Like you're burning a lot of calories in one day, and so you got to keep that in mind as well. But like what I'm doing now is like I'm having a full breakfast. I'm having a full, I'm having like a salad at lunch, and then I'm having like an actual meal at lunch, and then dinner, and yeah, like I'm eating, like I said, just like I would when I was running, except not as much because I needed more calories in. But yeah, so I'm getting like 4 small meals a day, and dinner is usually a little more. I would say the big thing, like we talked about too, is the biggest thing for me was my sleeping. Again, last night I fucking went to bed and I woke up at like 6 a.m. this morning. I'm like, oh my god, I haven't snacked at night, and I haven't had any cravings for like, what are we? It's the end of February, 2 whole months. Like,
no.
Eating at night is probably the biggest killer because it just sits in your body, and your body's like pretty much dormant overnight. You're sleeping, and it's really bad for you. It's hard on you. It's that's probably the worst habit that I had.
Yeah, and personally, yeah, I mean, like, as far as your calories are controlled for the day, I don't really think it matters when you eat, but I think probably what would happen, especially is that you would eat probably your maintenance through the day, and then overnight would just carry you over that threshold. And I will give you credit because I think I messaged you back at like probably 6:15 this morning, and you responded, which I was, yeah, like you were up, and I was surprised.
8 hours, I'm wide awake. It's it.
Yeah. And
I'm like, God, how early is too early to get out? I was out like cutting down fucking blackberry bushes this morning. Neighbors were probably like, what the fuck is wrong with that guy?
Yeah.
Like 7 o'clock in the morning, but yeah.
No, 100%. 100%, and I think for especially people in your situation with like sleep apnea or just sleep issues in general, just getting that resolved is going to be just such a huge player in a quest to get healthy. That I 100% agree.
Yeah, and I'll say too, like, you know, like I know we kind of joke and stuff, but you know, you guys probably don't think I take a lot of stuff serious, but you know, I think like you hear it on TV now. They're starting to like really say like, you know, go get checked. Like, go get checked. Like, go to your doctor. I mean, there's so many people out there, whether it's men or women, that are like so scared to go to the doctor or so scared to speak up. I have spoken up in the last like year and a half more than I ever have. And, you know, like I said, I already knew, like, my shoulders have been shot working construction my whole life. But, you know, I've never had back problems, which is actually funny because both my dad and my brother, I think, have both had back problems in the past. Well, I don't know about my brother, but definitely my dad. And so you think it's hereditary, but it's really not. Like, I haven't had any of the stuff that he's had to go through. But, yeah, I mean, it's just like the last year and a half, some of the shit that I've had to deal with, like, just go get checked. Like, go for your yearly physical. You know, I'm 42 now. Like, you know, you're supposed to go in once a year, get a physical, get checked. Let them know, like, what doesn't feel right. And, yeah.
Yeah, let me piggyback on that because, so two things that have happened. Maybe, I don't know, maybe it is in the last week, at least the last week or two, is Eric Dane. I don't know if you watch Grey's Anatomy at all, back in the past.
I know Grey's Anatomy. But...
Yeah, you remember McSteamy?
Yeah.
Yeah, he just died of ALS.
My grandpa died of ALS.
Okay. Anyway, like,
nasty disease.
It is very nasty disease, and I will recommend anyone. I forget what channel it's on or what streaming it's on, but there is kind of an exit interview of Eric Dane where the ALS started affecting him, and it was kind of like a goodbye to his daughters, and Jen, my wife Jen, and I watched that, and we were both crying. Like, we were both just sitting there eating dinner, crying at just how brutal that stuff is. Like we were.
Yeah. And you know the crappy thing about that disease. And
yeah.
I actually ran a half marathon that raised money for ALS.
Yeah.
Gehrig's, I don't know if near and dear to my heart is the right term to use there, but with my grandpa going through it, it's it's bad. Here's the kicker about it. There's not really a diagnosis for it, and it skips a generation. So my parent, like my mom, when my grandpa got diagnosed, we got home from school that day, and she sat me, my sister, and my brother down, and she's like bawling. And I'm like, and she's like, your grandpa's got Lou Gehrig's. He's not going to, he's only got like 6, I think we had 6 to 9 months to live.
Yeah.
Or he did. And so, and she's bawling hysterically. And I'm like, there's more to this. Like, there's not. And she goes, and then after she like tells us that, she's like, I want you guys to know that it skips a generation. So like his kids, my aunts and uncles don't have, well, I don't want to say don't have to, but more than likely won't get it.
Yeah.
The grandkids are more apt to get it.
Yeah.
And she was terrified to know. And so I've asked quite a few, I've asked like 3 or 4 different doctors, like how can I get checked for this? And there's no, they test you for like signs and symptoms, and they narrow it down to kind of, I guess, tell you if you have it or not. Like there's no test that you can just go get a blood test done, which is bananas. Like, I mean, like you can get tested for anything. You can get MRIs, CT scan, like they can detect cancer, like AIDS, whatever, HIV, whatever. Blood tests. But this disease, they can't test for it. They just narrow it down, and so it's crazy.
No, it's for sure. No, it's tragic, and I think Eric Dane, who played Dr. McSteamy, I think he came public with it, less than a year ago, and he's passed following that, and just, I don't know, just if you manage to watch the interview, it's a really well done interview, and it's just like, I don't know, it's just brutal. Like, it's just his humor through it, like just how his acceptance and humor through it, and just how much he loves his children is just very apparent through the whole interview. And it's just like I don't even have kids. But, like, that's one of those interviews where it's like, I can almost imagine having children and feeling the loss. But he does it just in such a way, and just he's got so much integrity about him that it was really, like I said, if you're prepared to cry a little bit, I recommend listening to it, and you're going to learn something, and just, you're going to learn something, whether it be just about ALS or about how maybe you can handle yourself, when you realize maybe your end is coming. But it was very impactful for me. And then, on another kind of, semi-related topic, I think is James Vanderbeek from Dawson's Creek, Varsity Blues, a lot of the stuff we all watched when he was younger, died of colon cancer, I believe it was. And so, and a lot of it, like colon cancer, I don't even think I've had an official like test for that, right? Generally, it starts at 45 is when is when insurance.
They're doing it earlier now.
Maybe, but I went to a physical this year. I still haven't had it. Like, I've gone to physicals the last 2 years. I've still never had it. They should, 100%. And maybe I do need to ask him. But, like, as far as what's covered by insurance, is the insurance is like, yeah, at 45 you can start doing this. And so I guess my point in this is the advocacy thing is like, and I don't know how to combat this. Yeah, like if I don't know how it works. Like, if your insurance says you don't need it and you want it, do you got to pay out of pocket? Like, you probably do, and that's kind of a tragic thing about how things are today. But it's like all that stuff works fine. Yeah, if you're the normal person that gets colon cancer in their 50s, yeah, that works great. But if you're that outlier, maybe that gets it at 32, if you've had colon cancer for 8 years and you don't get tested for another 10, you're probably done. Just to say, like there are those outliers that get things a lot earlier, and because maybe they don't get tested because that's what the insurance says the age you need to get tested at. That could be.
Yeah, but I think there's ways around that. I mean, so I had one at 30. It might not have been quite 30. It might have been like 31, 32. But I also had stomach problems, and so they ordered a colonoscopy.
Yeah.
I'm sure if you told your doctor, like, hey, they don't cover them for maintenance until 45, but I really want to get this screened. I'm sure there's a way they can code it.
You're probably right, but look, Joey, as a guy, I don't do that shit. Like, I'm just gonna admit, like,
that's what I said. Like when we first started talking about all this, was like, you have to, like, and I know the same way. I would wait for a problem to come up.
Yes, like, and I still do. I had
a colonoscopy was because I was told I had to.
Yeah.
To check for my stomach stuff that's when they told me that I had Crohn's, which I don't think was accurate because I don't really have, anyways. But anyways, so I guess what I'm saying, like, you just gotta ask, like, you gotta really tell, like, and you gotta, like, navigate your way through it too. You can't just be like, oh, can I get one? Your insurance, like, you have to be like, I want one. What's it going to take to get one? I want the insurance to cover it because I feel like they should. But I would say, like, 9 times out of 10, your doctor's probably going to be like, okay, let's check you for this. Let's do a colonoscopy to check for this, and then, that way we can say we did one. I don't know. I'm just saying there's probably ways around it.
Yeah. No, I agree with you. I'm just saying, like, generally, I think especially as a male population, I think it's hard for us in general just to ask for help, and for us to reach out and grab the resources that we should have. And I myself am guilty, even realizing all that stuff. So I just want to urge all those out there that are in positions like Joey and I that are, aging males. Like, get yourself, like, make sure you're getting your physical every year. Make sure you're asking them questions. Make sure you're, like, even though nobody wants to have a finger poked up their butt. Like, nobody does that. Like, nobody wants to have any of the tests that we need to get as an aging male or female. I'm gonna throw women out there too, because I know my wife's got has some aging stuff too. Like, just in general, like,
oh man, you're gonna be sleeping on the fucking couch tonight.
Well, yeah, well, she's got more shit than I do going on, but probably just because she's better at checking shit than me too, so I recognize that. But anyways, to everybody out there, like, here's the ultimate thing, is like, when maybe you've been diagnosed with something, maybe you have 6 months, maybe you got a year, maybe you're on your deathbed, it doesn't matter who told you didn't need to go get checked. It doesn't matter who told you it wasn't something you need to go worry about. Like, once you're diagnosed with it, it's your fucking problem. And honestly, it's what's going to take you out. So be more proactive than you think you should. Be more proactive than you want to be. Just go get after the doctors. That's what they're there for. And say F you to the insurance, and if you got to pay out of pocket to get more tests, maybe you got to do that. But be proactive, like I think Joey said, is the most important thing. And it's a sad reality that we live in, where your doctors aren't just at 30 being like, hey, every year let's just do all these tests. Like, that's probably how it should be, so they can recognize things early, but that's not what it's like. It's like,
I will tell you with Amazon Prime, let me interrupt you. So I pay $99 a year. My doctor retired. I think 3 years ago. So I was in between doctors, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna give this Amazon Prime thing a chance. And now it's not for everybody because they're only in certain locations. I want to say New York, Chicago, Seattle. I'm guessing probably Los Angeles, and maybe somewhere in Florida. There's like the big cities have doctors that you can go see. If you're in North Dakota, now I can still have them in North Dakota. I can still go with Amazon Prime, or One Medical is what it's called. But I couldn't see a doc. There's no doctors in there. Like you either have to go to freaking Chicago or Seattle. Like
let me just chime in here. In North Dakota, there's one doctor named Bill Sampson, and he's the North Dakotan doctor, and he doesn't have an actual PhD, but he got his degree from the Badlands. Am I correct in what I know about North Dakota?
What? No.
No.
I don't even know what the fuck you're talking about.
I'm just talking about North Dakota specifically.
You interrupted me for that.
Yeah.
Okay. So there's lots of doctors in North Dakota, but most of them are shit. So
they're okay, thank you. Yeah. That's all I wanted was like they're like first year. Fuck it. Yeah. Okay.
No, because anybody with like a good background doesn't want to go to North Dakota to practice.
And get paid $42.50 to be a doctor.
Yeah, so they get a lot of the like rejects and stuff. So like if you go to the bigger cities like Grand Forks or Fargo, then they have legit like doctors in hospital. But anywhere else no. So, but anyways, so I was in between doctors and I was like, all right, I'm gonna give this one medical shot. And then I saw that it was $99, and I'm like, fuck. I'm like, per year, like you don't have to pay that with a family doctor, and I'm like, or a primary physician. I was like, all right, I'm gonna try it, and so I bought 1 year. I absolutely love it. I mean, so like if you live near a hub where they actually have doctors, like I do, not only can you go in for visits, but you can also Zoom. So like if you're at work and you're like, I just absolutely cannot go up there, but like, or go to a clinic today, but I need to get checked for something. You can Zoom, and then like I was telling you when I found out my results yesterday, I got an email last night at like 7:00 from my doctor. Everything is all through the hub on One Medical, and so like he literally instantly like got my results. Those were sent to me, and then sent me an email. Like if it was like your normal primary physician, you wouldn't find out till probably Monday or Tuesday, and they would probably call you and say, hey, you have to come in, so we can go over this. It's everything is like light speed compared to like your normal primary physician. So I will say that it is kind of steep for $100 a year.
Now, what is that specifically? What are you paying for the like? What? What is that plan that you're talking about right now?
So you still pay a copay. You have a primary physician. You still have a copay when you see them. So you're not getting any benefit from that. But you have the ability to Zoom or in-person visit. You have a network of doctors. Yeah. So, like, let's say your doctor's out, you can go on and find any other doctor that's in the surrounding, or whoever's filling in for him. Sure. And schedule an appointment for that day. Which makes, like, you can literally get an appointment, like, the same day. It's insane how many options you have. And then, so here's where the $99 comes into play. So the $99 per year is actually for 24-hour medical advice. It's almost like kind of like an emergency room. Like you can contact them virtually.
Like where you can talk to a nurse or something about medications or emergencies. Yes.
Yeah. And that's free. That's free with your membership. So you don't pay a copay for that. So like imagine if you were like able to see the emergency room, your nearest emergency room wherever you're at in the US, right? And it's a $400 copay. Now, imagine if you could, like, log into them, like, virtually and not pay a dime.
And send a message.
Yeah, so it's really cool. Like, I like it. I know that eventually when I move back to North Dakota, I'm not going to be able to continue it. I'll have to find somebody different. But it's if you live in a hub that has One Medical, like, everything on the portal just runs so smoothly. Like when I got my test results a few weeks ago, I got an email like, no, actually that one I actually got a phone call from a nurse, and when I had my blood test for the kidney, and she was like, I just wanted to reach out to you. I know it was like a Saturday. It was like I think it was like a Saturday, like 8:00 at night or something. She's like, I just want to reach out to you. This is the 24-hour line. Let you know that your results are good, so you're not worrying about it all week. Like. That's the type of stuff that you just don't get with a. So, anyways, no, it's. I will speak to that for everybody because I'm sure there's been bad reviews by bad instances by people. There always is, but from my experience, it's been amazing.
Yeah, those are the instances where when it works and people are getting results and getting the answers, nobody says anything. But the second they hear back and they don't hear what they wanted, all of a sudden the complaints come out the woodwork. You know what I mean? Like, those are the things that, like... And there's a whole lot of stuff like that just nowadays where when things are working as they should be, you don't hear one good thing. Like, even though there's a little work put into that. The second you get a bad interaction, all of a sudden, this is useless. What's the point of this? But yeah, I 100%, and I think that's, I think things are going a long way, right? I think, and we just have to urge people to use those things that are available to them, right? Like, it's all about how you use it, and I think you give a great example about, like, pushing whatever methods and communication you have available, you need to use to your best advantage. And like we talked about earlier, I think especially as men, like, we just want to avoid that whole thing altogether. And I think, just to piggyback off what you said, is like as men, and as just people in general, women too, is we just need to take more advantage of the services that we have available to us. And if we don't have them available to us, we need to start searching those out and seeing exactly what we can get out of the service that we've been paying for. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Did I just make that way too long, complicated?
Yeah, I think we keep going back to, like, people, like, getting checked using. Yeah, I think people understand.
I think so.
I think we're good.
Okay.
Yeah.
Have we beat this dead horse?
I think so. I'm like looking at the minutes, and I'm like, man, we just spent like 25 minutes talking about healthcare.
Well,
if we wanted to cater to the 20 to 40-year-old crowd,
yeah,
we just took.
We blew them. Yeah, you're right.
Cliff. I mean, they're gone. They're not coming back. So,
hey, Joey,
if
you're right.
Years old and you're still here, I applaud you. You're a good person.
If you're 21 to 40, I hope you're listening, because this stuff may not apply to you now.
No, stop there.
Really?
Don't rub it in more. Like we're trying to get them back.
Because okay, here's what I'll say is that Joey and I, we both feel like we're still 25, right? Like, we both feel like we're still fucking kids.
No, not really, actually, anymore.
Really? Joey's. I don't know. I still feel younger. Personally, I still feel younger than I am. And, like, I don't have to watch out for this stuff until it affects me. But if anybody can take anything from this podcast, especially younger generations, which is, like, just don't wait till it affects you in the worst possible way. Just be proactive. And I'm going to leave it at that. How about that?
That's good.
Okay.
Let's do a segue into.
We want to segue into something. Wait. What do you want to segue in? You got something for us?
Fuck, I did, but now we went on such a long thing that I don't remember what it was now. I think we should just end it right here. I think we've done enough damage for one day.
This was deep. I mean, it was deep. Yeah, I think this is good information. It was deep, and maybe it's not fun for everybody, but this is real stuff that I think you and I were both completely honest about, and both concerns and stuff that we deal with on a day-to-day basis. So I think this was good content.
I think so. Yeah, I think so. Like, I mean, yeah, definitely.
You want to... Should we lighten it up? You got anything to lighten it up, or do you want to just end it?
We should. Okay. I mean, we already lost like 10 subscribers. I mean, we're back down to 0. So
10 would bring us down to 9. So we are at 19.
Bring this to millions, and we just lost like our 10 we had, man.
That's all right. There's some people that want the real shit, and that's what we're here for.
No, man. I will tell you though, like on a lighter note, like I've been testing my lungs out. Like I've been at work, like trying to help the guys every once in a while. Getting a nice little sweat in.
Yeah.
And then last night I got home from work and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna get on these goddamn blackberry bushes that keep popping up everywhere. And so I mean, I started like, I don't know if you'll be able to see with my.
I see a hand.
I'm all cut, like on my thumb. I don't know if you can see any cuts, but anyways, I was like, am I gonna wear gloves? No, fuck. I'm gonna raw dog this. Like I'm gonna go after these blackberry bushes. And I had the shears, I had rakes, I had shovels, and I mean, I was just getting it. Like, I got in here and like my shirt was soaked and like my hat was soaked, like from sweating so much, and it felt a little tight breathing. Like I'm still kind of getting over everything, but it felt good in a way. Like, okay, I don't feel like I'm winded. Like I think I'm fully getting better. Like it felt good yesterday. Like I attacked the shit out of those blackberry bushes. Like I don't want no blackberries this summer. Yeah. I don't need to be picking blackberries off of a bush.
No, and I like your attitude. And I just want to say that, like, personally, I am a heterosexual male, but I'm just imagining you with your shirt off and, like, your muscles.
No, the shirt was on. It was soaked.
I'm just imagining, like, your glistening arms.
You could see through it because it was
wet. Okay. So there was it was a wet shirt with, like, just kind of the outlines and stuff glistening, and you just out there just doing work. Man, I'm as a heterosexual male, I'm fully supportive of that. I don't want to say like, you know, I don't want to make it weird by saying really what I'm feeling, but I like that kind of shit. You know, let's get out there, let's sweat, let's work, let's get some shit done. Let's get some chores done. No.
This coming from the guy that has somebody mow his yard.
I do. I have some people
do yard work, people.
No, and maybe that's why. Maybe that's why I'm so on board and supportive of what you're doing is because I don't do that myself.
You know what I did before the podcast?
Did you do yard work
late today? I shoved those blackberry bushes so far in the yard way so I could get them all in there. I mean, I was out there just packing them for like an hour.
You're just packing.
And then I hopped on that riding lawnmower. I will tell you what, if you are buying a house and you're debating on even like maybe just a little over a quarter acre, like I have just over a quarter acre, it's enough for a rider, and maybe like an eighth acre, and eighth of an acre doesn't, it's more push mow. Go with the quarter of an acre if you can afford it. Like, there's nothing better than getting your, hold on, not a sponsor, from your Cafe Elite, nothing better than riding around on your riding lawnmower, just soaking in the sun, which it's beautiful out today, and drinking your coffee and just waving at the neighbors as they drive by.
You heard it here first. A quarter is better than an eighth. Very insightful instruction from our podcast. Thank you, Joey.
Whatever that minimum is to be able to purchase a riding lawnmower, make sure you purchase enough land.
And for single guys out there, if you can get out there shirtless on a riding lawnmower, you're not going to be single for long. I can tell you that much.
There's this little kid that likes to walk by with his mom.
Yeah.
And he likes to stop because I got a John Deere.
Yeah.
It was given to me by my dad.
Is it a beautiful green color?
It is.
Okay.
And he just loves it. And he loves it. I stopped one day. She's like, he's got a tractor just like, well, probably got a little John Deere.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he stops and he just. Oh,
you might as well have a full tractor. Like, you might as well have a 6-ton tractor for that kid.
I thought about being like, hey, does he want to take it for a spin? But then all of a sudden, drives by.
Yeah.
Fucking
good thinking. You know, yeah. You gotta be careful. You gotta be careful with that.
I mean, she was a nice lady, but I'm not. Yeah.
No, I can't. I can't blame you for that.
So yeah. No, I've been getting the yard work, so I'm gonna tackle. I got another corner that has a bunch of blackberry bushes. I think I'm gonna tackle that next weekend. So, yeah, I'll let you guys know next weekend how that goes.
Yeah, and I will talk to my lawn care person about all the work he puts into it, and maybe I can relate what he does to what you do because I don't do any of that stuff. So,
Jesus, what kind of man are you?
I don't know. I'm not much of a man. I just try to look pretty every day to my wife. That's
You do that.
Yeah. That's what I shoot for. I shoot for the bottom of the barrel, man. So what do you think?
I tried to get a landscaper, and the guys wanted to charge me $5,000. to get rid of a little bit of Blackberry. But I'm like, you guys would come out here. What they don't realize is that we work construction, so we know how long it takes a landscaper. They would come out maybe like 4 to 6 hours tops. They'll bring 4 guys, pay them $20 an hour, and let's just say it takes 8 hours for 4 guys at $20 an hour. I mean, you're talking like maybe $600 to $800, and they'd be done in a day. Like, are you really going to charge me $4,000 for overhead? Like, what world are we living in? I mean,
I want to say we pay about $300 a month for twice a week, or for two. They come out twice a month, and I want to say we pay close to, maybe it's $300 for twice a month. So I think we're paying. That's good. Yeah, I think that's what we're paying about right now. But yeah, you're right.
They wanted to do it. I just don't think they wanted to do it.
No.
But I mean, whatever. So I did it myself. Tomorrow I got a weed whip though. I didn't get it. You had me up against the gun today. I was trying to get everything in, and
well, maybe we can get
for a holiday party.
Maybe you can set the camera of you weed whipping, and we can put it on our social media, and that'll get the women kind of going.
Or you
know
could
what I
come
mean?
over and video it, and you could
zoom
in. And
and maybe we could both we could both grease each other up a little bit, maybe wrestle or something.
I was gonna say zoom in on my pecs, but would you call them tits at that point? Like at what threshold of obesity do they become pecs? Like,
so here's what I'll have to say: is pec is a muscle. So yeah.
So I do have pecs.
Pectorals, sure. Everybody has pectorals.
Oh.
Yeah. So
I'm gonna start using that more often.
Yeah, you could have some like triple D's, but behind those somewhere are some pectorals, so you can always call them pecs.
Oh hell yeah.
Yeah. So maybe we just get lubed up and like wrestle around a little bit, and maybe just whip each other with towels or something. But anyways, like I think we could get some good content.
Little locker room banter.
Yeah. Just normal dude stuff.
Hell yeah.
Okay. Well.
Yeah.
Anyways, should we wrap it up, or do you got anything you really want to talk about? It's kind of a short version since we don't have any guests this week.
Yeah, I want to apologize. Our guest, guest of the week was going to be our good friend Mustafa, and he unfortunately could not make it today because he said that he needed to watch some of our older videos to study, to be ready for next week. So it sounds like he will be on next week, and it should be a really good episode because he's going to have a whole week to study.
Well, and I can tell you from anyone that has not met Mustafa, he is one of the most positive and hilarious people that both Joey and I
don't tell him anymore.
No, I don't want to ruin it, but Mustafa is a gem of a human being. And we're excited to have him on next week.
It's going to be quite the show.
And then Joey also, I'm not going to give away too much, but Joey said he might have a surprise for next week as well. And that's all I'm going to say. I don't know if you want to give any more, Joey, but that's all I'm going to say for your surprise.
I think we're trying to put this band together, and I think we're trying to figure out what roles we can play.
Uh-huh.
And so I might have a little something. I don't know.
So Maybe there'll be some guitar and maybe some singing, but we're not.
Okay. We gotta see how ballsy I am if I feel like.
Because you put that on me. You put that on me a few days ago, and I finally agreed to it. So I feel like I'm.
Me today. So.
Well, no. Okay. Well, Joey and I will discuss this offline.
I don't know. I'm still thinking triangle sounds pretty good, but I don't know.
I don't know.
I mean, we could talk about that too. Like so. It's so fun. It's so hard on Amazon. Like, it is so hard to, like... I mean, my attention span is, like, one of, like, a 6-year-old, man. I mean, I swear to God. When I go on there, like, I was shopping guitars, and then, like I was telling Will, like, and then I started looking at AI glasses, like, oh, these would be even cooler than a guitar, and then I don't even have to, like, study to be able to use them. And then, I started looking at, like, PlayStation 5s. And then I forgot I ordered this for work. And then I started looking for something for work. And it's like, it's just such a rabbit hole. Like, and then, like, And then I click out of it, I order something for work. And then like 5 days later, I'm like, oh, yeah, I was looking for a guitar. And then, so I start looking at a guitar, and then the same cycle happens. And then another 5 days goes by, and I'm like, oh, yeah. Like, I don't know. I get distracted so easily on Amazon. They seem to know what I want. Their suggestions are just on point.
No, they seem to know what you don't want, and then they sell it to you. I think that's what they do, is they're like, hey, here's the thing that you don't really want, but we're going to make you think you want it. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, wait. We got movie. Okay, we got movie.
Oh, okay.
Hold on, people. Alert the newscast, all right? We got a movie.
I'm preparing myself.
I will tell you, I want to start this out by saying this movie was one of my favorites as a kid. When I first saw it, it was like...
Okay.
To me, it was like the best action movie that I had ever seen in my life.
Action movie,
and
okay.
I think I've seen snips of it since, but I don't think I've seen the whole thing.
Okay.
And when I watched it this week, I stopped taking down quotes, so I probably don't have like the main quotes of the movie because it was such a piece of shit film that I will never watch it again.
So action movie that is a piece of shit. I'm trying to take all the hints you're giving me. Do you have some like if I miss it, do you have some like little hints you can start giving me to get me towards
I do.
Okay. Let's start it up.
Are you ready for this?
Mm-hmm. Okay. I'm ready.
What's a 187? I don't know. Murder, death, kill.
Oh.
Murder, death, kill.
Okay. Yeah.
You already know it?
100%.
Well,
such a great movie.
Couple more. Let me read a couple.
Okay. Such a great movie, though.
It's Phoenix. Simon Phoenix. I knew him. He's evil in a way you've never read about.
Yeah.
Yeah? Well, I feel good, too. Damn, I'm possessed. Since when can I play the accordion, too? This is probably my favorite. Look, I don't need a history lesson. Come on, Hal. Where are the goddamn guns? You are fined 1 credit, a violation of the verbal morale. Fuck you. Your repeated violation of the verbal has caused me to notify the San Angeles Police Department. And we're police officers. We're not trained to handle this kind of violence. Okay, so yeah, you know it.
Yeah. Wait, I wish you would have just thrown in something about the 3 seashells. Like I think that was one of the best parts about that. Like, and I still see like I still see memes and stuff about people like walking into like, or anytime like there's like a picture of a bathroom with like some seashells on the back of the toilet, and they're like, "What? You didn't use the 3 seashells?" Like, it's just it's such a man. That's a great movie, and I hope
it was like. So go ahead and give these 20 to 40-year-olds the movie.
Okay,
sure
so that is Demolition Man with Sylvester Stallone, Sandra Bullock, and Wesley Snipes, right? Snipes, Wesley Snipes, yeah. Such a fucking great movie. And wasn't Gary Oldman in? No, maybe not. Maybe I'm thinking of something.
No, there's the one guy that was the comic. He was kind of like an underground comic. Dennis Leary.
Okay, yeah.
Dennis Leary. He was kind of like he wasn't as mainstream as. But so for a younger crowd out there, so this is like the equivalent of like the Fast and Furious movies, the Rock, all of his action-packed movies, like the big explosions, and so it's like it was one of those like for the day, pretty state of the art. And so when I watched it, back then I was like, oh, like this has got to be the best movie I've ever seen. And so I was thinking like all these years I was thinking like, oh yeah, the technology was probably cutting edge. I will tell you that some of those scenes, like the way that they tried to put CG into it, like the 1970s Star Wars looked more like, or 1980s Star Wars looked more technologically advanced than Demolition Man. It was really, I mean, if you go back and watch it, it's still like Will said. Some of the lines when they got the little custom machines, he's like fuck shit bitch, you know, like, and it's giving him citations. Like some of the stuff is still funny and you laugh, but oh my god, it was a horrible movie for like the graphics wise. Like I mean,
yeah. No, it was this movie was sold because just because of how like it was funny, and because of just like I don't know, it was just like the perfect movie, not because like you're right. It was not Oscar award winning acting. It was not Oscar award winning writing or directing. It wasn't Oscar award winning anything. But just the way that they put this film together with, and just kind of how funny it is and how well done it is for what it was. You're right. It just made it the perfect, like, it was a great movie, and it didn't lack anything. Like, you know what I mean? Like it was not a poorly done movie. It was a well done movie, but it wasn't a serious movie either. And there are just so many like for anybody our generation, there's so many iconic lines and scenes from that movie. It is a classic for sure.
Yeah, and like you said, like with Stallone, Sandra Bullock, and Wesley Snipes, those were all pretty big name. I don't know if Sandra Bullock was quite as big back then, but
that wasn't too far after Speed. That was pretty. Yeah.
I think it was before Speed, actually. But
no, I think it was after. Yeah, it was after Speed.
It was 95. I think Speed was after that.
That's a good question.
Speed was like 98, 99, I'm sure.
Really? I thought that was one of the things that she got after Speed.
They were right next to each other either way. But yeah, no, I mean big actors and but the sound effects are horrible. I mean, when you go back and watch it again, it's free on YouTube if you have YouTube Plus. But, anyways, so yeah, that was my movie to watch to try to get you, and you're 2 for 2, by the way.
I am. Like you're honestly like okay. So Demolition, you're right. Actually, I would just First of all, to those out there, I was 100% wrong. Demolition Man was 1993 and Speed was 1994. So you are correct. I had that backwards. But yeah, like it's just dude. It's like it's hard to explain, but that is an iconic movie from our generation. Like it's just. Yeah, I mean, you remember like Sylvester Stallone was coming out with remember Judge Dredd, and like he was kind of on a rip back then. And like I said,
same with Wesley Snipes.
Yeah, and Wesley Snipes.
Snipes had I want to say I think this was after, but after that Wesley Snipes
Blade.
had Blade Runner.
Yeah, Blade.
Blade, and then was he White Man Can't Jump? I know it's
Yes, with Woody Harrelson. Yes.
Yeah, with Woody Harrelson. So Wesley Snipes was big.
And Sandra Bullock was just getting, and I remember having the biggest crush on Sandra Bullock from that movie too. Yeah. Remember when they connect to the thing, and he's like he's ready to get frisky, and she's like, oh yeah, let's connect.
She's like exchanging bodily fluids is unsanitary.
That
was great. Yeah. So anyway, if you want a good watch for some comedy, it does have some really good lines in it. Like I was laughing throughout it.
Yeah.
But it's almost like if you rewatch it, like you guys will have to check it out.
Yeah.
If you rewatch it, it's almost like I don't want to say this because I don't think this is what they're going for, but it seems like it was like a spoof. Like the action was there, but it was more like making fun of the comedy, like the action.
I think you're right. Like I think they were going for more of a serious thing, but it ended up being so much better in a funny way. Like I think they did better what they were even trying to do, right? Like it whatever they were going for ended up just being better than it was supposed to be because it was and Joey, thank you for that. Like I think we managed to lift us up out of a little hole we were digging ourselves into with negativity, and I think this was a great movie for that.
Here's the best part about it too, and I couldn't help but think this too when I was watching it. So you know how it's like based from like 1996, like they freeze Sylvester Stallone.
Yeah.
And then in 2032 they unfreeze him.
Yeah.
And so sorry if I ruined it for somebody, but
it's early on.
Like, you know how like when he like first comes out, like we're talking like they have like the cussing machines and like, and it's funny because you remember like the bad guy, like the main bad guy, not Snipes, but like the president or whoever he is.
Yeah, yeah.
He's at that conference table and they have those like pillars with the screens on them, and they all spin, and like that was like everybody was like, it's like Zoom, except with Zoom, all you need is an owl sitting on the table. Like nowadays, you don't even need. So it's like what they imagine for the future is still outdated. Like for what we have now, you know what I mean? And it was like this was like supposed to be based in like 2032. Anyways, like the technology that they show, you're like looking at some of it, you're like, God, that would still be like outdated, like to like these standards now.
And for one more spoiler for our listeners, I just want to say, in the future, there will only be one restaurant left, and it will be Taco Bell. So we all have that. We all have.
High-end restaurant.
Yeah. It's a high end. It's a low end. Yeah. It's the only restaurant, as far as I know. So we all have that to look forward to.
Yep. And there's no crime.
No crime. No.
Except for when Wesley Snipes comes back.
Yeah, and then and the resistance that lives in the sewers. But yeah, besides that.
So that's my blast from the past. I think I know. Oh. Yes. Okay. I keep saying my all-time favorites. I'm gonna run. You're gonna be like, none of these are your favorites if they're all your favorites. But I do have one. Now this one I have watched quite a few times over the years. But it's probably been about 10, 15 years since I've watched it, and it is an absolute favorite. I will watch it. That will be, if not next week, the week after. I will give you another movie. I already know which one it's going to be.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, so far we're on point, so I hope we can keep this up.
I'm 100% sure you're going to get this one. There's too many good lines throughout it.
That's good. So, like you said murder, death, kill. I'm like, yep. I know exactly what that one is. As soon as
your eyes lit up, I was like, fuck, I'm the first one? Like,
you murder, death, kill. If you know what murder, death, kill means, you know exactly what that movie is. So.
My favorite's the one where, like, we're police officers. We're not trained for this. Like,
honestly, if you'd start, with any other of those lines, I probably wouldn't have recognized it until you said murder, death, kill.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Like, that's one of the most iconic lines, is that alarm of murder, death, kill.
Yep.
And the 3 seashells. Those are the most iconic parts of that movie. So. Yeah. Okay, well, hey, everybody. I thank you for listening. I invite you to participate in our link tree, which is in our bio. I don't know what that is. I don't either. I think our media person has maybe set up some social media accounts related to that link tree. You guys can ask questions. We had a really insightful comment from someone named Karuma in our last podcast with Claire. Actually, the 2 episodes ago with Claire. So Karuma, we just want to thank you for what you said. It was very insightful and kind of relating to our conversation about relationships. You all can check out his comment on that video. It's up there, and I responded. But we'd just like to thank you all for listening, for commenting. We invite you to ask questions, and thank you. Anything else?
And make sure you subscribe, like, and comment. And if you've got a friend and you're like, hey, I know that this person would really love this podcast, maybe let them know about it. You know,
we have 19 subscribers right now. If we could get to 20 by next week, that'd be huge.
Yeah, and we don't want to go viral. I mean, too many people nowadays go viral. We want good old word of mouth. We want it to travel from the Pacific Northwest all the way down to Florida by
naturally.
horse and buggy.
Yeah. Maybe like a cart, like Oregon Trail. Maybe you guys shoot some oxygen on your way.
Yeah, we should get one of those like big billboard trucks and then drive across the U.S.
with our podcast on the back.
Yeah, but we can't really. Should we like drive across to New York and then back and then diagonally to Florida.
Well, wait, are we going to do a horse and buggy, or is it a truck? Like, are we going to do,
I mean, horse and buggy would be pretty badass. Like, I think people would enjoy that.
It would take longer, but I feel like it would be more effective.
I feel like when we go through Pennsylvania, through the Amish land, I feel like they would give us props. Yeah, we need to work on our Amish subscriptions. You know, I think we're underrepresented. Definitely.
Okay, so... Anyways, those are our goals coming up.
Well, and keep tuned in. If you do watch this sometimes, make sure you tune into the next episode as well. I think you'll be pleasantly surprised to meet our friend Mustafa.
Good. That was good. That was a good little teaser for the next episode. I guarantee you all want to meet Mustafa. So we'll see you on the next episode. Thank you, everybody.
See ya.